This is the 8-minute English podcast series on the Learn English podcast channel. I'm Nathan, and I'm so happy to see you all again. Have you improved your English so far? If yes, keep it up. If not, don't worry. You just need to try a little bit harder each day. You can do it. Today's episode is about a fun way to learn English. It not only helps you relax, but it also improves your English skills. Can you guess what it is? That's right, my lovely listeners. It's watching movies. But can movies really help you learning English better? We will find out in the upcoming conversation with English Club members. They will talk about using movies as a way to learn English. They will discuss the benefits, challenges, and tips for choosing the right movies. After watching, don't forget to check out our PDF filled tips and vocabulary. What are you waiting for? Let's begin. I just went to the cinema with my best friend yesterday. It reminded me how much I love watching movies. We can explore different worlds, different people, and different situations. Yeah, I agree. I have so much fun watching movies, and besides, it's a really good way to improve our English skills. Yeah, totally. For me, movies are great because they show how people really talk. Like I learned the phrase in a way from a movie, but in real life, people use a lot of slang exactly. It's not like in textbook where everyone speaks perfect English. In movies, people talk fast, they interrupt each other, and sometimes I'm like, wait, what just happened? But that's how conversations are in real life. Totally. I also love watching movies with different accents, but sometimes it's hard to understand everything at first. I didn't understand British English, but after watching some British comedies, I got used to accent. Yeah, and emotion. I love how movies show how people sound when they're angry, happy or sad, like the way people's voices change help me understand the meaning behind the words. Even if I don't know every word, I can feel what they are saying right, and that's a big part of learning. Hearing different tones and speech can be hard at first, but after a while it really helps your listening skills. That let's move on to vocabulary. Do you guys feel like watching movies help you learn new words? Oh, for sure. I learned words from action movies like Explode, Escape, and Undercover. My English teacher hasn't taught me those. And I watch a lot of sports movies, so I know all the football words like offside and penalty. It's fun because it's funny because I don't even play football, but I know all the rules in English. For me, it's fashion and lifestyle movies. I learn words like stylish, designer, and runway. It's cool because now when I read magazines or watch fashion shows, I understand more. That's awesome. Each type of movie teaches you different words. It's like building your vocabulary without even trying, but let's be real. There are some challenges too. What the hardest part for you guys? Honestly, sometimes the characters talk so fast I have no idea what's going on. I have to rewind a lot, but I guess that part of the challenge, right? Yeah, especially when people talk over each other and there's background noise. I was watching this movie with a lot of action and I couldn't hear anything they were saying. I was like, can anyone just calm down? For me, it's hard when they use jokes or say things from their culture. Like they say something and everyone laughs, but I'm still there. Like, what's so funny? I think that's when subtitles really help. True subtitles are lifesaver. Sometimes, alright, guys, we have talked about many benefits and challenges of watching movies in English. I think you improved a lot through your experience, so I'm sure you have some useful tips. Can you all share with me? I'll go first. I think first, I think choosing the right movies is super important. When I started, I watched kids' movies like Finding Nemo. Dialogue was clear and the story was simple. It really helped me understand better. That's a great tip, Minji. I started with romantic movies because they usually have everyday conversations, but I also recommend checking if the movie has clear dialogue. Some movies can be hard to follow, especially those with strong accents. Exactly, and once you find a good movie, using subtitles is key. I always watch with English subtitle first. It helps me connect what I hear with what I see. After a few times, I turn off subtitles to test my understanding. It's like a quiz for myself. I do the same. Sometimes I pause and repeat phrases. If a character says something funny, I pause, repeat it, and try to say it like them. It makes me feel like I'm part of the movie. I'm taking notes can be really helpful. If I hear a new word or phrase, I write it down. Then I look it up out later to understand it better. It's a good way to learn new words. I love that idea. I love that idea. I once noted down a phrase from a movie Break a Leg. It thought I thought it was strange, but then I learned it means good luck. And after watching, I think it's great to talk about the movies with friends. We can summarize the plot and describe our favorite scenes. It really helps with our speaking skills. Yes, I talked about the movie Titanic with my friends last week. We talked about all the senses we love. It makes me practice my English and have fun at the same time. Exactly, talking about movies keeps the conversation going. So let's keep watching and sharing our favorite movies. We're learning and having a great time. And we can all practice our accents. Who knows, maybe we'll sound like Hollywood stars someday. Just don't ask me to think like them. Do you like the conversation? Have you learned any useful tips from the club members? Now let's move on to the next part. Let's talk about some important words related to habits. The first word is situation. A situation is what happening at a certain time and place. It's how things are and what people are doing. The next word is slang. Slang is a type of informal language. People use it in casual conversation, but it's not always right to use in serious situations. Next, we have interrupt. To interrupt means to stop someone from taking or doing something by speaking or making noise. You break the flow of what they are saying or doing. Now let's talk about accents. An accent is the way people from different places or countries say words. People can speak the same language but sound different because of their accents. What about pilot? The pilot, the plot, is the main story in a book, movie, or play. Each one happens from the beginning to the end of the story. This is also the end of our episode for today. Remember to check out our special PDF for more tips. As always, we love you and wish you all the best with your learning journey. Goodbye and see you in the next episodes.